Okay, I am recording now, so you will be forever on YouTube if you don't pipe down. So today we return to Satan. We've met him already in Book 9 of Paradise Lost. We're today making connections between Paradise Lost, Satan and Krogstad in A Doll's House. But we're going to focus today on Satan's seduction of Eve. One of my favourite bits of any literature, actually. I love this bit. And remember, who can tell me what had happened when Satan saw Eve on her own? She's gone off to work on her own and he sees her, and it makes him less evil. Can anyone tell me the line? It's just above stupidly good. It's what I'd like you lot to aim for in life, to be stupidly good. But it's just here, isn't it? But the hot hell that always in him burns soon made him change back to his malicious ways. Remember that we don't have to do any AO2 for this exam, but obviously we need good AO1, and you can't make connections between texts if you don't know what's going on. So he starts to think about destroying pleasure. Then let me not let pass occasion which now smiles. Behold alone the woman, opportune to all attempts. Her husband, for I view far round, not nigh. He's having a good look round. Look at this, she appears to be on her own. Whose higher intellectual more I shun, and strength of courage haughty, and of limb heroic built, though of terrestrial mould, foe not informidable, exempt from wound, I not. Adam has been quite secure in his thinking so far that perhaps it's not going to be so bad if Eve goes off on her own, because surely if Satan arrives, he will want to tempt Adam. He'll go for the man. Why? What reason does Satan give here for being relieved that Eve is on her own?
Isn't that he's smarter than her? Because it says high intellectual.
Who's smarter than her?
Satan.
Not it's Adam, yeah. It's like brilliant. He's got the thick one on his own. It's not what people think about you, Lily. So much hath hell debased, and pain enfeebled me to what I was in heaven. So he's weaker. Oh, why didn't I bring my nice pen? Can anyone give me a nice pen?
Yeah. Do you want a colour?
Shall I?
A colour?
I said, shall I have a colour?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pass it forward, pass it down the ranks. She, fair, divinely fair, fit love for gods, not terrible, though as in invoking terror, though terror be in love and beauty, not approached by stronger hate stronger. Look at this, I've got a choice. That's how much my students love me. Hate stronger under show of love well feigned, the way which to her ruin now I tend. So that's important. Under show of love. What does feigned mean? Pretend, yeah. I don't know if it's the lights. Is it the lights that's making it too shiny? It's annoying me. So spake the enemy of mankind, enclosed in serpent, inmate bad, and toward Eve addressed his way, not with indented wave, prone on the ground, but on his rear. What have I written there? Snake erect. Look, he is. But on his rear, circular base of rising folds that towered fold above fold, a surging maze, his head crested aloft. I want you to imagine, and if you haven't seen it, I'm worried for you, the original Jungle Book with Kaa, the snake, and how that snake towers up. Well, that's what Satan's doing here. His head crested aloft and carbuncle his eyes, with burnished neck of verdant gold, erect amidst his circling spires, that on the grass floated redundant. So he is literally putting on his best moves for Eve. He's not slithering on the ground secretly and slyly, he's up. It's like when you see snakes being charmed in old films. Pleasing was his shape. Sound like Yoda there. Pleasing was his shape. Do or not do, there is no try. That's what you want you to think in your exams. And lovely, never since of serpent kind, blah, 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 right. All of that's, there was never a nicer snake, ever. And he starts to work his way to Eve. And this is curled many a wanton wreath in sight of Eve to lure her eye. She, busied, heard the sound of rustling leaves, but minded not. She's totally paying him no attention. He is busting out his best moves. So I said I was going to dance. He's giving it. Look at me with all my circular foot and my big head, my lovely eyes. And I'm moving and she's like, la la la, I'm tying up myrtle bands and popping up floppy flowers. And he's like, look. Nothing's happening. To her, she's used to hearing every beast around. So, what does he do? He bolder now, uncalled before her stood, but as in gaze admiring. What's he doing? Oft he bowed his turret crest. Ooh, I don't think I'd thank anyone for bowing their turret crest at me, if I'm totally honest. And sleek enamelled neck, fawning and licked the ground whereon she stood. Now this is important, isn't it? Who do you bow to? You bow to the Queen, don't you? You bow to somebody superior. I wouldn't bow to the Queen. She's just a lady, isn't she? Sorry, just thought I'd throw that out there. Licked the ground. That's weird, isn't it? His gentle, dumb expression turned at length the eye of Eve to mark his play. So he's tricked her. He's made her think that he's just this playful, dumb animal. He, glad of her attention gained, with serpent tongue organic, or impulse of vocal air, his fraudulent temptation thus began. She starts to speak. He's got her attention. He looks beautiful. Milton's at great lengths, isn't he, to point out how beautiful this snake looks. Why is that important? What would you lot do if you saw a snake? Scream and run. Be afeared. I had a weird dream about snakes the other night. You can't have snakes in your house. You've got little children. Might eat them. Now, he starts to speak to Eve. Wonder not, sovereign mistress. So the first time